of Philadelphia issued 30,000 littering citations just last year.
The city of brotherly love even ended up on the 2012 Forbes list of dirtiest cities.
This inspired us to conduct an investigation on the littering problem in our city.
We decided to interview some of our peers at our school, Science Leadership Academy at Beeber, and ask them about this issue and what do they think of it.
Do you understand how littering is bad for the environment?
Yeah, it usually causes a lot of clutter and doesn't really decompose properly, so it doesn't really add anything to the environment. And when people try to pick it up, they usually just put it in landfills, and that doesn't help the environment either.
7 major sources contribute to land litter: home trash cans, business trash collection areas, loading docks, construction and demolition areas, uncovered trucks, and motorists and pedestrians.
So do you care about littering in Philadelphia?
I do. Personally, where I live, littering does affect me. I live in a really bad neighborhood, and even the other day I was walking, and there was just so much trash on the street, and it affects me personally because my parents are always having to clean outside, and we're always have to clean like our pavements and stuff.
I think that if people took more pride in themselves, there wouldn't be as much littering. But at the same time, I think that if the city were to regulate it more and to make the entire city a lot more well-rounded in its littering policies, then the city overall would have a much brighter feeling to it. What you see around you clearly affects how you perceive the world around you and how you act upon that world.
We decided to interview Max Rosenlong, an environmental activist in the city of Philadelphia. We just want to ask him a few questions to see how he feels on this issue.
How does littering affect communities differently?
Well, I mean, I think you have to think about why there's litter, right? Because the city of Philadelphia got rid of street sweepers a long time ago because of budget crises, but other cities have the money. So how come Philadelphia doesn't have the money for street sweeping? And so some neighborhoods then have to raise their own money, and obviously the neighborhoods that can do that are neighborhoods that are wealthier, leaving other neighborhoods struggling.
Do you believe that littering is an environmental justice problem?
I think it's got to be, right? Because it affects different communities differently. Some communities don't have to deal with littering in the same way that others do. I think it's more of a symptom, right? Like it shows that there's other larger issues going on. Like why do people feel like they're not invested in their neighborhoods, in their communities, right? Maybe it's because the community hasn't done anything for them. So they need to feel like, if you feel like you're invested in your community, then you want to keep it looking nice. If you don't care about your community or you feel like your community's never done anything for you, then it makes sense to me. Like, why should I give a you know what about littering, about messing up the streets when the city's never done anything for me.
It's something that is definitely a problem, especially in Philadelphia.
Many people don't understand the impact littering can have on our environment. Everyone is affected by littering.